UI Wednesdays. My name is Alyssa Nicoll. I'm the Angular Developer Advocate here at Kendo UI. Oh, for Progress. Wow. For Kendo UI here at Progress. You know, whenever you don't know what's the product and what's the company or even what day it is or your name. It's like one of those days. Welcome. I hope your Wednesday has been much more relaxing than mine has. I feel like a chicken running around going, but we are nearing the end, which means hopefully some Minecraft is in my future. So, but welcome. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to stroll on in, and then we're going to talk about some CSS today. Awesome. Okay, so also, if you see me doing any weird hand gesturing, I had some carpal tunnel surgery last week and am recovering from that. And so I got my ice pack and might be elevating when I need a break. But yeah, it's not you, it's me. Okay. So today you might be pondering, oh, hello, everyone. Hi, Broco. So today, I know not last week, but the week before, we were working with the Ring the Gong application. But something that I have always loved, just loved, is, I'm going to pull it up for you, the 100 CSS challenge. So it's literally 100 days css.com, and it is, I can put that in the chat too, but it is such a fun site. It's 100 CSS challenges, and every day it loads in a new CSS challenge. But not only that, right? Like, okay, that's cool, right? But it gives a way for you to submit your code pin once you're done with your challenge. And then you can see other people's submissions for the day, which some days there's like nobody's tackled the challenge because, I don't know, maybe nobody wanted to do that in CSS. And other days there's like 20 posts or something of people. And I think the beauty of this, besides like staying fresh, trying things you've never done before in UI, is being able to see how many ways there are to implement something and like learning from other people. So in this one, looks like we are on, you can see on the left-hand side, it says number 25. So we're on day 25 out of 100. This, let me see, has anybody, be the first one to submit your work. So on this one today, no one has submitted. It is a little map marker that's kind of hovering and bouncing, and let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. So it's the map marker, and it's kind of like doing its little hover bud. It's also got the shadow. I'm like, what's the thing with light? The shadow. It's got the shadow that's animating as well. And you might think, okay, pretty easy. Whenever you click on it, it rotates into a card that's talking about Phil's Surf Shop. So I'm assuming it's just that location on the map, right? So these examples are always pretty isolated. They're very, well, I mean, as you can see, it's like, what is this? Like 400 by 400 square. So it's not a huge full-blown thing. But there's always some interaction in the UI. And I love that. I love that you get to kind of tackle and see how that goes, see how you could implement it. So I was going to kind of give the option of perhaps doing either day 25, which is the hovering map guy, or day 26, which is tomorrow. But which I can go ahead and show. So it is a couple of cards. As you click OK, they fade in and fade out. So that one that's pretty fun too. You got the little side number guy that you have to style and the keyframes, the fade in and the fade out. Hey, I actually saw you. We have some people joining us from I just was on Angular Air, the Angular Air podcast, and have some people who followed over. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to UI Wednesdays. Thank you. I personally love Angular Air too. I have the neatest people on that show. So I want to, yes, recap. I think we're going to just go ahead and tackle day 25, unless anyone has strong feelings about day 26. Hey, welcome to Code It Live. The hype is real. I feel like I should have like a hype chicken or something in the chat. Because of course that's how you get hyped is with chickens. But yes, if you're just now joining us, welcome to UI Wednesdays. I am but if you guys keep posting stuff, I won't be able to do work anytime soon, right? That's how Wednesdays are for me, though. I literally am like, I call it my death day because if you like looked at my calendar, it's like, and then there's like, it's, death. It's death day. But I like to do that. I find that I'm more productive if I schedule all of the like meetings and distractible things on 1 or 2 days a week. And that way the other days can hopefully be solid work time. So good luck, darling, with trying to get some work done. Okay, so yes, let's go ahead and try to tackle this. It's not going to be perfect. My name's not Turtle Guy. Oh, and I actually want to tweet out live on, I know this should be like something I've automated, but I'm just not that cool. Well, that and I just, I don't know. Sometimes whenever it comes to setting up automations, I'm just like, okay, fine. But then other times I'm like, yeah, but what if I change my mind and I want to talk about, test-driven development tomorrow instead? No. I know you're all laughing with me as well. Live on Code It Live. Talking about. And yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and tackle the number 25 challenge. And I would absolutely freaking love to see what you guys can come up with. Tackling day number 25. Okay. Cool. So yes, like I said, 100dayscss.com. And if you go there, you can click the open template button. And it looks like you're not seeing it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and reshare my screen. Application window, Chrome tab. And we're going to share this one. So basically, I clicked the top button and it magically opened us up over here into the code pins. I'm kind of used to StackBlitz now. However, first of all, this site integrates with CodePin, so hi. But also, anytime I've ever tried to do just UI stuff, like I think that's the thing that is missing with StackBlitz is like, if I don't need Angular, I don't need React, like I legitimately need an HTML file and a CSS file. I haven't found a way to do that with StackBlitz. Like I always, so I think StackBlitz might be a bit of overkill if you're ever just trying to do some like one-off UI thing. But yes, so we're going to go ahead and name this day number 25, 100 CSS day challenge. Cool. Yeah, it's like the most longest and beautiful name for a project you've ever seen. Admit it. Okay, so whenever you click, I'm kind of sad about this. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, because I want to go back and forth, I think I'm going to just go ahead and share everything. My entire screen. Let's do it. And you might see me within me. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So we're going to close out everything else, and let's actually close this tab, and we're going to quit out Slack. And then this way, hopefully you can see full screen as I pop back and forth between the actual challenge and the code pin. And so, like I said, if you click this open template top button yourself, you should be able to go ahead and get coding. So I have a color picker. I don't know what its name is. Color Snapper. So apparently it's Color Snapper. Would love to hear what you use, because I just am not one of those people yet that can be like, yeah, that's obviously 2196F3. You're welcome. But if you are one of those people, I would love to hear about it. I think I'm gonna just like put this over here, and then like back here you can kind of see the comments. I know it's a little ghetto, but we are trying StreamYard today instead of OBS, instead of Skype. I think I'm liking it. I think it's okay. But yeah, you can just yell at me through the chat and I should see it and you should see it. So there you go. Okay. So like I said, we created the code pin, and oh yes, we grabbed the color blue. So we've got, if you want to go ahead and look, they always start you out, the 100 CSS Day Challenge always starts you out with this little iframe and this little center class, which, as you can maybe see here, it might not be very, I'm going to give it a background attachment because that's always what you want. That was like really slow. Wow, you're so slow. And just give me the background color. Okay, thank you. So you can actually see, I'm going to give the iframe background of pink. No, hot pink. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Now you should be able to see it a little bit better. So basically, they start you off with this square because it's like an isolated little example, and then some happy coding message in the very center. So what we're going to do is we're going to bump. Now I actually want to go back and say, whenever I click on this, I'm wondering if this blue color is the same as this blue color. Take your bets, peeps, because it looks very close. Very. I know, because of the pixels you can't exactly tell. I'm gonna say that it's the same blue color so that we can set it into a variable, but it looks like it's slightly different. And I'm debating if I should put my variables at the top or if I should put them. You can inspect element, or is that cheating? I know. Okay, so yeah, actually, you don't even have to inspect element. We could just legit like open the CSS right here and be like, oh my God, my eyes. That's literally all of their. Yeah. So the very end, we will walk through how they did it for colors only. Right. I know. If you want, you can go to the 100dayscss.com and look for me, but I don't want to look because I feel like I'm going to see something that my eyes shouldn't see. Basically, I like to see how my brain comes up with something, and then I love the comparison at the very end. Thank you for looking that up. Okay, so while they're looking at the exact, well, because I'm wondering if I should make this a variable, but anyways, we're just going to move on while they're looking that up. And also, my brain has forgotten the difference between CSS variables and, oh, pardon me, Woo. CSS variables and Sass variables, and do not click on that. Wowzers. I hate that. I hate the frame within the frame. Anytime that happens, makes me very angry. Okay, yes. So it is 1F8D E4. Thank you, darling, for finding that for me. So, also, weird fun fact. When I was streaming last, I was like coming through one side of the audio, and now that I'm using a different platform, I'm coming through both sides. So I guess it wasn't my setup, it was OBS. Really weird. Anyways, go back over here and click on you. So right now, I know that this is definitely SVG, or an image, but I'm thinking it's an SVG. And I'm obviously not gonna draw this path. So in a moment, I will grab said path. But for right now, we'll just be satisfied with that gorgeous color of blue. And we're gonna do CSS variable. I want to use, I always like to support the websites that that I'm like, you are worthy of my support, even if I see the answer on like a higher website. Okay. It's CSS, just kidding. Yeah, somebody drew that gorgeous landmass in CSS. Okay. Right. So $ preprocessor variable usage like this. Oh my, pardon everyone. So I'm gonna call this landmass blue because that makes sense, right? Okay. Seems, there we go. And you should go down here and we should be like, oh my wonderful variables. And then is this one of those, hang on, landmass blue. Is this one of those you have to interpolate? Because maybe we should just not. Why is it? Oh, I didn't use the. Where did I paste? This one. I did not use my hex, darlings. Okay. And down here. Okay. So the next up, let's grab this gorgeous color picker. Pointer. What are these called? Atlas. Map. Marker. Marker. I'm going to call it a marker for right now until someone tells me. Okay. Yellow. Until someone tells me differently. Instead of happy coding, let's go ahead and get us a friendly div. And it's going to be a class of marker. Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doo-doo. Going to be inside of center marker. Okay. Width for right this moment, we're going to do this just so we can get something yellow on screen. Background of, I forgot, darlings. Yellow. With height that might as well make it a circle. Pip pip. Border radius. And we might be cheating to find out. I guess we could draw the marker. 50%. Thank you. Okay. Now we've got our landmass. Let's see. So don't worry, it's an SVG on the website. Cool. Because this guy right here, our marker, is legit just like a circle who got married to a triangle. Which, watch me cheat. No, I'm kidding. Circle married to a triangle. Right. Drawing shapes. I want to show you all this if you haven't seen it. Drawing shapes, CSS. CSS Tricks is like my jam, and they have this one article called "The Shapes of Css." If you've never seen it, it's like it just makes me happy. Because I mean, obviously, you're like, hey, a square. I mean, like just like a div, but same with a rectangle, circle. Okay, we're getting fancy with border radius, but then it gets cool. We go oval, triangle, and you keep going, and they have pulled in the triangle right and triangle left, like we saw on the day number 26, tomorrow's example. Which actually, you I think they did it with overflow hidden, and they were just using a rectangle, they just skewed the rectangle. And you're probably like, what is Alyssa talking about? Let me show you, darlings. Day 26. Which is really weird because it says day 26, but then the URL, it says day index 25. I'm not going to question it. It's like an off by one error. Right here. This is what we're talking about. The number off in the corner. And I was like, number, background. Yeah. If you see here, they're literally just rotating it 45 degrees. And then I think, where's the card at? There it is. Overflow hidden. So yes, you can. I tried to go back to day 0 and couldn't. Yeah, index. See, now you're making me wonder. If we go to 1, something exists. If we go to 0, today is 0. Hang on. I have to think about this. Why is today 0? I guess maybe that's just a quick way of getting the active day. Oh, okay. Border radius. There's the turtle guy. Hi, turtle. I'm just going to put that up on screen. And then I'm going to go back away from that because I hate the picture in picture. Border radius 50, 50, 0, 50 might work. Okay. I'm going to try and guess what you're talking about. I think, are you trying to draw the marker shape with just one border radius? No, for those of you who don't know, Turtle Guy is my partner in crime, and he is physically with me in the office. And our desks face each other so that our cameras never catch each other in picture. And so I just saw over both of our monitors and behind my box light, as I ask a question out into the universe, I see a thumbs up stick above the monitor. It's very adorable. Okay, so let's try that. Because what we're saying is top right and left, everything but bottom. Oh, I see what you're saying. You want a pointy bottom. He wants a pointy bottom. Okay. Hey, yeah. I mean, you're right. It is stubby, but it's more cute than theirs. I need to, the English word for this. Rotate it. I really hate rotating things. I think that's and if anyone's watching and you happen to know, there's basically a list of CSS properties that are perfectly fine. Feel free to manipulate and use all you want. And then there's some that are no. They're just bad. They're bad for rendering. They slow things down. So I think rotate might be one of those bad ones. Transform. If you can avoid it, don't do it. Maybe. Rotate 3 degrees. That's not going to be enough. Did it even move? Oh, yeah. It goes. I don't know. 30 degrees? Hang on. It probably should actually be that's almost at 35. I think transform is the one that allows faster rendering. Pickles. Also. Ooh. The art of the web.com/css/css animation. What is this link you send to me, darling? Let's see. I have to type it out because I don't think the chat lets me grab it. annoyed. Oh god. I hate typing. Okay. www dot the art of web. I probably could have Googled it by now. .com/CSS/CSS dash animations. The art of web. Yeah, that's what I said, right? The art of web CSS. Oh, plural. I wanted it to be like all the animations, not just one animation. Basically, says that in order to do faster animations, do transform instead of changing properties because it just repaints and not recalculates the DOM. Excellent. I'm totally. I'm bookmarking that puppy afterwards. This is not. Sorry, I want to comment out our rotate real quick. And actually, let's just let's do 0, 0. I want to see. That's what I want to see. Is 35 the right rotation? It's not quite right. Why is this so hard mentally? 360 is the whole thing, and we're starting at like, right, I'm going to do probably like 36, 37, and that makes me angry. Cough, cough, 45. 45 seems like it's going to be way too much turtle. We're already almost there with 35 degrees. If I go to 45, our nubbin is going to be exactly in the center. Yeah, that math adds up. It's one of those one coffee days. I was thinking 45, and then I'm looking at 35, and it looks like it's almost there. So I'm like, there's no way we can go 10 more degrees without going overboard. Fine. Yes. Okay. We need to give it an inner circle of blue. An inner circle of blue. Class of inner circle. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm giving it an inner circle of blue. And I do know that the shape is a little off right now, but I am okay with it because it's cute. Okay, going down to marker, inner circle. And you get the same background as our background. Landmass blue. And I'm actually gonna, how big are you? You are probably like 20. Looks like, I just use my little screenshotter here. I think it's 20 by 20. I have a song stuck in my head. It is Hero by Weezer. I am an alt rock fan. Okay, this is I have broken the world. Oh, right. Border radius. I'm so dumb sometimes. Yes, I'm an alt rock fan. And so if you haven't heard not Outcast, Hero, it says Outcast in the lyrics by Weezer. Definitely recommend that song. It makes me happy. Okay, so we need a circle. We're going to need to center that circle. Do I actually need to be like, hey, you need to be relative, or am I doing this completely wrong? Maybe increment height width to have the same shape. Not sure. Same goes for rotate translate. What are you saying? Increment the height and width? Oh, I see what you're saying. Make it taller. Would that work? Okay, well, first of all, like nothing's changing. Oh, it's mad at me. I'm sorry, everyone. Apparently you need semicolons. Ship it. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. You're saying width? You want me to change the width? Yeah, that's actually better. Don't sass me. It's considered art. Yeah, this is this is one of those interpretive markers. You have to squint and look at it sideways. Okay, I will come back to you. I first want top 50%, left 50%, which is going to be over too far. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really just want it to be like inner circle. You can just transform, translate Y. Could. Positioning lighter or no? And not change positioning. You just transfer, translate Y. Are you saying because what in the center? I feel like transform is still heavier than positioning. I'm not using top position absolute, right? Well, actually, I don't. It's already where I need it on the left, so I don't know what I'm doing there. I just need to nudge it down a bit on. Wait. Oh, it's because once I position it absolute, it goes to 0, 0. What I like to do in times like these, when my options are positioning or transforming Y, which I'm actually just going to show that because transform, translate, Y is what R is saying, which they probably want me to do it in the right syntax so it shows up. I mean, it's asking a lot. Okay. Did I do it right? Transform, translate Y. Yes, because this is why I like literally remember the difference because I'm kind of like dyslexic and I like mix up like left and right and X and Y. So I like visualize X and Y because of the stem, like from the letter Y, like it goes up and down like this. So I'm literally like, yeah, Y. So if I'm ever like doing this, I'm just like double checking. Transform, translate Y, 20 pixels. Why are you unhappy with this? Save. Oh, well, technically it is moving it down. We didn't tell it. I'm going to get rid of the Y and just translate it 20 pixels. We didn't tell it to move. 5 pixels. I actually want to inspect you, see what's going on. Inspect the eyeball. Oh, bother. Why is that margin? Or is that just, hang on, margin. Oopsie. No, I don't understand what all that orange business is. Oh, is that because we're transforming? Hang on, turn off the transform. No. You have a 20 pixel width and a 20 pixel height. Why are you 28 by 28? And also the orange flaggy business. We cannot see the code because of the comment. What comment? This comment? Sorry. I have a comment on screen. From Turtle Guy. Oh! That's right. You're brilliant. Thank you, darling. I forgot that was even on. Sometimes I'm a nugget, and by sometimes I mean all the time. Sorry, I was inspecting, trying to see why a circle is margin 0 with height. Bold pixels around. Let's okay. First of all, let's get rid of. I don't understand. Let's get rid of that as well. You should be. What are you doing? Square. Okay, so I'm rotating. I'm going to take the. I don't know why it has that extra bit when we highlight it. Margin, padding. Shouldn't be anything like that. And the width is 20, 20. It's very weird. I want to see about, because even if my transform translate y, which do transform translate y, 20 is way too much. 5 pixels because we've rotated. Anytime you like mix and match transforms, so we're transform rotating the entire marker and the inner circles inside of that. So if I take away our rotation, that's why seemingly the circle was in the middle. She wasn't. So if we take off our rotation and we do like 10 pixels, now our circle is, well, first of all, if I comment out the transform, it is in the top left, which is where we expected it to be, add 0, 0. And then if we translate y and we move it down 10 pixels, it is moved down 10 pixels. But because we are rotating the parent 45 degrees, it's not behaving how we expect it to. If I go back over here in this one, yep. Insert GIF. Steve saying thank you. Yeah. So if you'll see, it looks like it's moving diagonally, because we have the whole thing rotated diagonally. It's actually moving down. Anyways, anywho, that was a bunch of fun. I don't like to do a translate y whenever I don't have to. So positioning is what I would go for. Okay, hang on. Pondering my life. Save. Yeah, you actually can go and find this code pin if at any point you want to open it up yourself. Okay, so translate 2020. Yeah, like move it to the, you're right. We need to move it down and we need to move it to the right. But I think you can just take off the y, right? Or do you have to give it 2? Yeah, I think that's working. Question mark. But also 20 pixels is like way too much. Ah! Apparently you do. I always thought you could just take off the y. And you have to give it 2. Okay. So let's try 15, 15. Oh, wait. No, we're happy with our first parameter. Nope. Oh, that's right, because of the rotation. We need to, right, which would totally work if we weren't rotating. Which I think, I'm wondering, I don't know why my positioning wasn't working before. actually. Yeah, you have to spell left. Sorry, I just wanted to see. It is. It is moving. It is technically working, but I think we're running into the exact same problem because it's moving at a diagonal. Turtle. Maybe you're still rotating. Right, I know. I'm still rotating up here. So no matter what we do, whether we're transforming or rotating, Turtle wants me to try 1515 for funsies, which I shall. And I'm going to do it here. Does this still look like a marker, though? Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what? Okay, that works too. Yeah. R is saying if we rotate back on the inner circle. Although that's an extra, I do think that's an extra transform. So if we can get away without it, I think it would be better, I think. We need a shadow. We're going to call it shadow. I know, it's pretty crazy, right? We're going to just steal that gray color with my color picker. By the way, I still haven't heard what color pickers you all use. Color Snapper is okay. I mean, she hasn't done me wrong, but I don't go tweeting about her either. And then it is an oval, which if we've learned anything, that means what are you saying, Turtle? Marker width minus inner circle width divided by 2. Ah. Yes. You're right. We should do math at this juncture in our lives. So Turtle's mad, and as are most people probably who are watching and who love CSS, because I just positioned something randomly for all intents and purposes. It's like, what are they called? Magic numbers. Because what is 15 pixels, right? Like, it's nothing. It's just a random number so that the circle is in the middle of this marker at this point in time. And so what Turtle is saying is that we need to, oh, you are not bad at CSS. Your statement. Turtle is saying is that we need to make a variable called the marker width, and we need to have a variable called inner circle width, and we need to do some math so that we are subtracting the inner circle width from the marker width, dividing that by 2, which is why we got 15. Yes, we shall. Well, he's also saying how he got 15, but he is, I know, getting on to me because we have a hard-coded number. So I'm going to leave a comment here, and hopefully that will appease the turtles in the universe. Change this magic number into some fancy maths. Look, we have it to do. Okay, but seriously, back to the shadow. We copied that gray color. We need I keep using this, so I feel like I should have, yes, let's do it. Although our shadow is going to be, wait. Yeah, well, kind of. I haven't used it exactly. I have used a version of it. Okay. I was going to create a class for it and then extend that class, but I don't know how many lines it's actually going to save. I need to actually create the shadow in our life. So I'm going to go up here underneath our marker. Div. Why do you use div? Why don't you use span? I want them to be in line block and not. You do not know. I haven't touched proper CSS in about 4 years. Also, I am colorblind, but my brother is really good and we work together. That's awesome. That is also how I solve my problems. I have a turtle guy, and he and I, anytime I get in over my head with not just UI business. He's always there to run through code together. Freaking love that. Okay, let's see. Shadow is what I was doing. I was creating one. And it's 22 big. First of all, we need to make it squatty. A squatty shadow. Maybe 30? I don't know. What do you think? Still too tall? 15? That's okay. Our guy is like chubbier than this skinny, tall, proper guy who kind of reminds me of a Cylon. So, and so, our shadow, but I still think we could go a little bit smaller. Yeah, definitely. Let's do like half of this or something. Yes, I know 10 is not half of 15. I don't need your sass, audience. Playing with the numbers is lots of fun. I kind of want to see what theirs is. And yes, for kicks and giggles, let's go ahead and pull up this. And I promise I won't look. I'm just going to search for the word shadow. Oh, can I not do that? I guess I can do that. You all saw that happen, right? Like, I'm like searching and it says 0. And then it was like, I found one. Maybe it's because of the iframe. I don't know. That was really weird. Okay, I'm just going to look for the word shadow. None of these are there. Haha. Oh my God. 18 by 4. Okay, we're going back. So theirs is 18 by 4. Ours is a bit shorter. Does a shorter person cast a, I don't know, shorter shadow? That doesn't make any sense. It's still an SVG, is it? Who's an SVG? The shadow? No way. Is it? It might be. Well, they're giving it a width, height, background, border radius, so I don't think so. This tells me, based on the CSS, that the shadow itself shouldn't be. Maybe it is. Let's go to the HTML. Yeah, it's just a div called shadow. Never mind. Okay, back over. Not cheating. I'm not cheating. I don't cheat. So if we have a marker, first of all, ooh, it's so hard to grab it. Shadow. Position, absolute. It's going to position relative to the marker, I guess. Yeah. No, it's not inside the marker. It's going to be positioned relative to the body because center and frame, right? Hang on. Here's what I'm going to do. And you can tell me if you think it's cheating. Because I don't want to position relative to any of that garbage. So I'm going to put it inside of the marker. Oh, crap. Then we can get that. Curse the day I used rotation. Yes, I know. I can just rotate it back. I'm weighing evils right now. Do I want to position something arbitrary? Because I kind of feel like you should position the shadow to the thing that it's the shadow of. Or do I add another rotation to rotate it back? All right, I'm just going to do something and then I'm going to undo it if I'm unhappy with the end product, or if I just can't live with myself for having too many rotations. Was it 20? 45. Why can't I remember that? Obviously. Okay. Yeah, that's sexy. Okay. Position. Absolute. Now here's my. Oh, that is the top left, right? Absolute nightmare. Positioning and rotating. Absolute nightmare. There's a way around this. I know it. Maybe affect everything inside the marker so you don't have to do the rotation again. I'm trying to compute what you're saying to me. Affect everything inside the marker so you don't have to do the rotation again. Yep, I'm still lost. I'm trying to think of a way. So marker. Oh, tell everything. Okay, the problem with that is that we are at top left, I think. Basically, if I get rid of both rotations, where's the other one? Yeah. It's the problem. Yes, we can rotate it back, right? So we essentially rotate our marker 45 degrees. Got it. Perfect. Then we go down to our shadow and we're like, hey, we're going to rotate you back 45 degrees because I want you to look like a shadow. And it's eventually going to render, I think. Maybe. Pickles. There it goes. Sometimes you gotta give CodePen a little nudge. So then you rotate the shadow back. Now it's flat and it's all shadowy. The problem here is that it is at 0, 0, even though it doesn't look like it's at 0, 0. So then put it in a container. Yeah. Let's do that. Maybe. I think that's what I want to do. I think I like that idea the best. We're going to call it. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to love it. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, marker container. And we are going to. I need a little bit more room here, don't I? I'm kind of like. Boo, 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 boo. What are you doing over there? Okay. And then we get rid of the shadow. Put it below, get that, cut that, maybe give some space here between our, yeah, that looks real good. Okay. Sometimes I miss Hamill. And then I get flogged for saying so. Okay. So we have a marker container now. We are not going to transform rotate negatively. This is driving me batty, by the way. Is there like a view that would not drive me batty? Maybe. Let's try it. I don't know if that really afforded me any more coding space. I can obviously close the inspector. And I want to check on, oh yeah, that's real good. Okay. So yeah, I don't think so. I think I've got to go back over here, but I'm just going to have to close the boop, 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 boop. Okay. So we have our marker, and above our marker, we're going to have our marker. I don't know why I called it container. Oh, I think it was because R called it a container, but I am a rapper girl. I hate carpal tunnel syndrome. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we have our marker wrapper, and both our marker and our shadow are directly inside of the marker wrapper. I'm going to do position relative on you. You are who all our people should listen to. And then our shadow, still position absolute. Eh, I wanna see it. I wanna see my marker wrapper. Background. Hot pink. Mhm. Oh, yeah. Open the inspector to my right. I wouldn't have been able to know that you're not a native English speaker. No, container's perfectly valid. I just, for some reason, have always used wrapper since I was a wee young lad. Lass. That's right. I learned from Cartoon Network. That's awesome. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. Our marker wrapper is only as big as the thing inside of it that's not positioned. So, Turtle, if you're listening, I would like to know, or anybody really who has answers to such questions and ponderings, is the right thing to do to give our marker wrapper basically a bigger size so that, like, okay, let's just do it. Let's just do something, anything. Stop debating our lives. 30 pixels is not going to be enough. Let's do 90. Yes, this is actually how I do it until I realize like what scale I'm even looking at. Yeah, that looks exactly perfect. And then I would be like, this is wrong because I'm hard coding this, but position absolute. I want you to be I want you to be at the bottom. And perfect. I want you to be in the middle. Left. And let's do some math. I don't think I need calc. I want to take, I'm going to make you so proud, Total Guy. Shadow width of 18 pixels. Yum. Okay. Left of, ooh, it hurts. Tricky because technically it's already as tall as the marker. It just doesn't know that the marker overflows because of rotation. I know. Because why? Let's all say it together. Rotation is the devil. Law of rotation. Oh my God, R. I don't know if I'm following you on Twitter or if you even tweet, but I need to be right this minute. So please send me your Twitter handle. Okay, thank you. Bottom, 0, left, right. I was taking, sometimes it's hard to focus. Shadow width, and we need it to be in the very middle. But if we say 50%, you all know what's going to happen. Well, that's handy and consistent. You all know what's going to happen. It's going to be about 50% of its own width too far. So we're going to take 50% and we are going to subtract I do think I need calc, but maybe not. You can all help me if I'm wrong, because that's what friends do. Yeah, divided by 2. I don't think I need calc. And I also don't think, maybe I need I'm just gonna put calc everywhere and then we can peel back the layers of this calc onion. Yeah, it's really unhappy. And this is the point when Turtle goes, interpolate. I hear his little turtle-y voice in my head. Yeah, it's because I wasn't interpolating that variable. Shut up, turtle. Okay. So I hope you all know what just happened. Because when we were doing 50%, it was over too far because we need to do 50% minus half of its own width. If that doesn't make sense, ask R in the chat because I can't with the words anymore right now. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get rid of this calc because I think I can, maybe. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I think the outer one is needed though. Place your bets, people. I'm getting rid of it, and we're going to see if it breaks, because I'm pretty sure it's needed. It is. Because we're doing a percentage minus a pixel divided by a unit, a number. Too late. Okay. So yes, we need to get rid of the hot pink. What I would do at this point is, what I'm going to do is say these words in here. Hard-coded height not optimal. And then needed because of rotation. And that's kind of like my note to self of like, hey, maybe before you push up, you shouldn't leave it in such a janky state. We left it at 18.4, I think. If I scroll down, shadow width, yeah. Shadow width, shadow height, 18.4. I know that's not right because a very tall person and a very short person do not cast the same shadow. However, if the sun is in the exact same angle, maybe use marker size 50 pixels. Marker size 50 pixels. Oh, are you talking about plus 20? Are you talking about above where I have my hard-coded badness that I said change this magic number? Yep. That way you don't have to comment that. Maybe use marker size 50 pixels. Oh, I see what you're saying. I like it, and I shall do it immediately. Sorry that I take like so long to brain sometimes. It is Wednesdays are my death days. They just are. And so generally my brain doesn't work as well on death days. Plus 20 pixels. Yes, I like it. I really like this idea. Thank you for it. And we're going to use that here and here. And anywhere else that we use 50 pixels. No, we wouldn't do that. That's crazy. Try my Thursdays. Yeah, Sass can't math different units. Yeah. I know, turtle. But explain to me this, Lucy. Why don't we need a calc around the shadow width divided by 2? Huh? Those are 2 different units. That's pixels and a 2. Sass can do that. Oh, don't tell. That's it. All right. We are going, well, first of all, we're going to, what was I Googling up here? Oh, yeah, I have Sass variables. First of all, we're going to find R, and I'm sorry, I keep calling you R. I just don't want to mispronounce the Golia part of your name on Twitter because you've been such a joy today. I think I found you and I shall follow you and you should all do so because it's awesome. Okay. Now we're getting rid of this and we are going to bookmark that later. And I wanted to show you what I do. I say keyframes, CSS tricks. Thank you. And then I go to this article. And then wait, is it this article? No, it's not that article. Wrong one. Keyframe this one maybe? There's one of them that has like a super simple, yeah, the font bulger. I love this one. Okay. So I know keyframes aren't that hard to write yourself. But like rares, I shall call you rares instead of whatever else I've been blabbling about. Long live CSS tricks. I know, right? I have like a semi-negative story. I will keep it to myself. No, it's just about idols and idolizing people and then meeting your idols in person. I had back in my young web days, which was like, I literally started programming 5 years ago. So back in my young web days when I first started programming and AngularJS was a thing, I had a couple of people who would write about things on the web, and I found them at various conferences once I started hitting up the conference circuit. And it's just like a word of caution to people of maybe just always have a smile, I think is like the best advice I can give, because there's like a lot of bubble bursting for me in my early days when I was like, whoa, you are an internet god. I bow to you. And then they were like, not cool or nice or awesome. And then you're like, wait, but your internet persona is exactly opposite this. So, yeah, not very friendly or sober. So, anywho, everybody has bad days. And what I have taken away from it is to just to not idolize people, that we're all human, and that some people have a propensity for programming better than others, or writing better than others, or teaching better than others. But at the end of the day, we're all humans. And so I think I still have idols, but I try to keep them, like in other industries. So I'll never meet them. I'm kidding. No, but really, like, so we were copy and pasting this. I want to just grab this real quick. We're throwing it on Box, which doesn't exist. So let's go ahead and throw it on something that does exist, so you can see what she does. I want my marker. My marker. Animation. So that now, and avoid conferences to avoid that happening to me. Best conferences over in the U.S. And the best conferences over in the US, and it's not really easy for me to go over there, well, especially now. But I honestly, I kind of got into the hallway track too much at conferences. And so something that really, before the Rona hit and we could still travel, kind of got me back into like meetups and conferences, was to like actually take like a notebook or, a computer and take notes, like sit down and make yourself take notes during a talk. It kind of brought me back to like the whole like original purpose of conferences, of like the learning and the like receiving part, and like this like really soaking up content. Because I know there's the other like social aspect of it, which is super great. But if you're ever like kind of getting burnt out on that side of it, it really is refreshing to just be like, wow, there's some brilliant content here. So, okay, I'm back. Font. Yes. So this isn't doing anything because, well, hi. We don't have any fonts. But I'm going to put some fonts here just so you see. And also, I think the keyframe might need to go first, question mark. Or maybe not. Is it like runs through the whole thing and then applies it? Anyways, I'm going to add some text here. Marker. Oh, so sexy. 1 second. I shall. Where is it? Marker. This one needs to be like color white, so you can more readily. Oh, that made it way worse. You ever like try to do something and you're like, that was not what we needed. Height overlay transform. Long live transform Y. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, so this is keyframe. You can do it in steps, like percentages. I believe you can also say, if we got rid of like 30%, I think you can say start and end. I think is a thing. Maybe. Or is it 0, 1? No, it's not start and end. Keyframes. Keyframes from and to. Or you could just make up. So if you only have 2 steps that you're cycling through, you can say from or to, or you can give them a bajillion steps from like 0% to 100%. What we want to do is, it has nothing to do with making font larger and smaller. So we're gonna get rid of that. We are gonna rename it to bounce. That's boring. Let's look at it. It's kind of a hover bounce. I'm gonna call it a hounce unless anybody else has something better. Yes, I know that's like you also need to 50%. You need 50% and not from 2. So you have to go back to an initial position. Right. $50, $100, and we're not doing anything with font sizes either. I'm calling it Hounce because it's hover bounce until someone comes up with a better name. Hover and bounce combined into one glorious keyframe. Hounce. I'm out of water. It's a very sad day. It's a very sad day. Turtle. Okay, anyways. Hover bounce a lot. What was I doing? Oh, right. We need to it's not scaling at all, is it? The shadow is barely, but the marker is just moving. So finding my tab is complicated. Okay. So we need to say it's such a squat little marker. It's so cute. It's so cute. Thank you, sweet turtle. I appreciate you. Could you please come back and rewrite my CSS? Okay. Okay, so we need to make this. The marker is going to animate the marker wrapper. Really? You think so? Because I think it has to be two different animations. One for the marker itself, which I'm wondering if I plus this, if that's gonna like ruin the world. But I'm doing it, and we'll find out. I don't know. The world seems to be okay, so you have to effect transform. I know, which again, I'm wondering if I should have just used a triangle, married a triangle and a circle to draw this shape, or SVG or any other normal way of doing it. I know I might end up utterly regretting that decision. So that's why they avoid drawing shapes and use SVG. Hey now, drawing shapes can be fun if you don't rotate. Thank you, turtle. This is your reminder to drink water because, oh my goodness, it's delicious. So yeah, it looks like it actually doesn't look like the shadow's moving up and down at all. So I don't think I want to animate the wrapper. So I'm just gonna make a note real quick. The marker needs to hounce and the shadow needs to scale by like 10% or less. Just so that I don't keep forgetting. I do have severe ADHD, if you didn't know. And comments are my go-to for keeping my mind on track. So we need to take marker needs to bounce. So I see now why you wanted me to do it to the wrapper. Wrapper inception. Oh. Let's do it. Let's do it. What do we have to lose? I mean, I always can go back and refactor. And it's kind of fun to have some bojangled CSS to come back to tomorrow and be like, yeah, that could be written totally different. Mm, this is yeah, don't ever do this. This is like, please don't ever do this. But also at the same time, let's do it. Oh, and if you're just now joining us and you're wondering, why is she giving? What did I do? Hang on. I just messed it up. Hang on. That goes up there. This is the marker. This is the marker inner wrapper. That's the shadow. And then that's we can open this up a little bit more. Okay. I'm doing it because we very early on made a mistake that apparently I will never make again, which is I rotated my marker, which is making our lives HE double hockey sticks because we have a lot of transforming to do. Like this hounds, for instance, needs to hover bounce, and that's going to need a transform. So if I give my marker yet another wrapper, but one that does not include my shadow, we can go ahead and hounce the heck out of that. So instead of marker needs my hounce, we're going to give the marker inner wrapper. Do we just want to translate on these? And be like, is it? Yep. Cool. 3. Don't know. I'm just gonna throw something on there and then we can look at it and then be like -3. Yeah, that sounds good. And we actually need to apply it. So this is gonna go exactly where we are. Marker inner wrapper, and then this, and then that, this, and for the love of cleaning up all your white space, it's no longer that, it is hounce. Oh, yeah. Well, she's houncing. Oh, yeah, we've got to. We have to. Like ASAP 911 get rid of that rotation. It's just causing well, first of all, I would never ship something that had this many wrappers just for the CSS, for the sake of CSS. Like it's just I'm kind of like a one wrapper max person. But I do want to show Sir Hounce a lot. SVG it. We could SVG it. Doesn't that feel like giving up a little bit though? Because what I was thinking is we'd draw the circle and then we'd draw the triangle and we'd position those and they would be inside a wrapper. But yeah, I guess we could SVG it. Is that what I'm assuming? I think like the map part is in SVG, but I didn't know if. Yeah, I know. I have to click and do this card. Phil's Surf Shop. Okay, let's do some shadow work, see how far we can get, because just know that in my heart of hearts, I'm not as happy with this as I could be. So we're going back to the shadow. That's my hover bounce. Now I need a scale animation, my hover bounce animation, and we're going to be boring about it. And transform scale. Oh. Scale takes think it just takes like a number question mark. I don't remember. But let's go ahead and throw. Where's my shadow? Darling, shadow darling. It's like obviously it's like way too much, but it is working. And I'm wondering if I can bump this up without breaking the world. Okay, I need to go back to. It's like a little bit too much. I've lost it. There it is. Scale. So we want to start normal. Go bigger, smaller. Smaller, I think, right? Questioning. It's like, hang on. We're going to go ahead and look this up. Transform, because it's not working how I think it should be working. Scale 20. I'm wondering if I just am doing decimals and shouldn't be doing decimals. What's the Chrome homepage called? Are you using an extension? This is an extension for my bookmarks. Is it Humble? It's been so long since I installed it. Yeah, I think it's Humble. Humble new tab, redesigned new tab featuring bookmarks, apps most visited. Pretty sure that's the one I'm using. Using scale uses multiple, like multiply. Scale 2 doubles it. Right. So 0.3 was making it smaller, but by, oh my God, look at it right now. It looks ridiculous. I want to go back to their example. Yeah. So we want to get smaller. So I want to use a decimal, just not that extreme of a decimal. Like 0.9. What would that do? It's still shrinking it way too much. Oh, maybe it's because I'm 0 instead of 1, maybe? Question mark? Yeah, 0.9 is not enough. Okay. Heck yes, Rares. Thanks for hanging out with me this afternoon. You've made it so much fun. Okay, I'm actually doing the exact opposite of what I need to be doing, I think. Let me try this, and then 1, and then this. Better. It's better. Sorry for spamming people. Oh my gosh. You're not spamming at all. Theirs doesn't make sense. The shadow shouldn't get smaller as the marker gets further away from it. Yeah. Yeah, I was copying theirs. Hang on, let me look at it. The shadow shouldn't get smaller. If something is like, if you're moving towards your shadow, doesn't it get smaller? There says I need to make a shadow and like test this theory. There says the shadow shouldn't get smaller as the marker gets further away from it. Right. It should get smaller as you move closer to it, which is what theirs is doing, right? No. I'm very lost. Yeah. Completely baffled. The shadow is smaller if you're close. That's what I thought. Which is what I think they're doing. Turtle. Yeah. Yeah. I think they're okay. And if they're not, I'm okay with it for now because I want to get to a card click. And I might yeah, I want to build a card. Okay, I'm going to ouch. My ice pack is leaking water and that's not nice. Okay. Yeah, we still want to be inside of center. I'm going to like close this little marker wrapper. Make a note, mental note. Never rotate ever again. Okay. Card. Div. Class of card. Make it super sexy. I want to grab the image. Although, how do I? Wondering if I use this copy element. If yay, it works. That makes me happy. Okay, Phil's surf shop. Image, which shouldn't they be self-closing? I guess it's optional. Whatever. I feel like they shouldn't be optional. P. That's probably like a header or something. Feels surf shop. Didn't feel like typing this part. Thank you. Whoops. 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 Oh my, for the love of. Okay, I'm gonna copy it and then release the mouse. Should I make it 2 P's? I'll make it 2 P's for now. It's not 2 P's though. I'm quite sure they're wrapping it. Okay. And what else do they have on their card? Their card of glory. Save and route. Div of what are they? Save route. Card options. Maybe. Yeah. I'm going with card options unless anyone has a better naming convention for this. And then we're going to have this of, it's not a P, an anchor. Eat. Save. I want to. Do I want it to be a span? Hang on. I'm thinking thoughts in my brain about the divider, and I don't know what to do about it. So we're gonna do that for right now. Route. And then I want to go to the very bottom and say, whoa. Card styles. Card background. 8, please, so that we can see it. Grrr. And I think the card has a border radius, so we're gonna, I think they round it a little bit, maybe. Let's check it out. That's like way too much. Maybe like 5. Cool. And then, is it centered? I don't know if it is. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna center it. Display flex, direction. It's already a column. Specify content, center. I always get those backwards. Justify content or what's the other one? Yes, it is. The text is centered. CSS tricks, flexbox. Okay. My 31. I had the carpal tunnel surgery last week. So if you are a developer / gamer like myself, this is not something to mess around with or wait on. This is the article I always look up whenever I forget a property. Flex grow, flex shrink, flex flow, flex basis. Where is so justify content and align items? That's the one. These are the two. So let's go back to our code pin and align items center. Oh, is it not treating this as a flex direction column? I think it's row by default, actually. I think CodePen just was taking its sweet time. There we go. Kind of. We're not quite there yet. Let's check out the... Oh my gosh. Somebody submitted one, and look at that gorgeous map behind them. Grrr. That's sexy. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's purple. It makes me so happy. You all should be submitting right now if you're not, because that is gorgeous. Okay. Sorry. I wanted to go back to our card. Yes. I think what we need to do is do overflow hidden. And yeah, that's why. Okay. Overflow hidden feels surf shop. And I'm gonna go ahead and check out the font size, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, yeah, I'm totally okay with that. And they said class of name. I'm okay with taking their font things right now, as we are 15 minutes away from being at the top of our time. Right, name. I don't think I need to say P. Seems a little bit more specific than I need at this juncture in our lives. And what are we doing for the address? It's like, did they wrap it? They did wrap it. Oh no, they put a hard break in it. Never mind. That's not where I thought this was going. That's strange. Strange choice. Font. Wait, font size and line height. Okay. We're gonna call you the address. There you are. Class equals address. I really don't like having it in 2 P's. So like, let's wrap this sucker. I know, right? Okay. I named it address, highway, street. Da-da-da-da-da. Max width. Let me see what this looks like. It's gonna be way too small. Double it. Okay with that, maybe. Let me go open my inspector. Paddings? Paddings? First, I think we need to text align center. Maybe. Maybe not. That was so weird. That was really weird. Margins or something? Oh, right. You're talking about the card itself. I'm just looking at the address line. What's going on with Phil's surf shop? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think their image has any. So let's give it like maybe 20 pixels of padding, except for on the top, on the card. Top right, bottom left. Top right. Maybe. Oh, right, the image. So what we need to do is give this padding to I think we need to go ahead and say, let me know if there's a better way. Card contents. Oops. Where do my card contents end? You could target all the P tags inside the card class. Guess, but do we want padding on all the P's or just... Because really we want the card itself. There are two. I know there are two. Fine, we'll do it your way. Get rid of this. Okay. Card P. I did ask for a better solution. 20 pixels, 20 pixels, 20 pixels. Yeet. But no, the card options needs it too, I think. Maybe just card options. Hang on. What am I doing with my life? We almost wonder this because we just need really, it's like margin bottom, right? Because we just need it to not be sucked up to the bottom. The better solution is the lazy solution. I like that. I think the better solution is a solution where I'm not writing more markup just for the styles. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that makes more sense. But let me look at the original card. What does it look like? Ah, yes, it looks nothing like my card. I kind of am curious if their card is a different... I want to select the whole thing. Card. Have I seen Tailwind CSS? How do you feel about it? I haven't. I need to look this up. What is the width and height of this? 240 by 190. Here. Tailwinds CSS or wind? Wind. I'm always trying to make things plural. Low level CSS gives you blocks, building blocks. Oh, cool. Is this your jam? Ah. Oh, no. Right. Right. So the problem is it hurts. Anytime that classes are directly coupled with styles, it just means that you're going to be adding a lot of classes for anything that you want to do, right? Like BG white, for instance, that's directly coupled to the background's white color. Whereas I was always taught that it's much better to have like a class of customer card, and then inside of customer card, that's where you lay out the styles. But for a framework, it makes sense that they do it like this. If I'm working on likes it, yeah, it does seem headachy. It just seems painful. Like instead of actually getting to write CSS, you get to write classes in your HTML. But I think it also kind of goes back to I used to work on a project that I was essentially removing Bootstrap from and kind of like putting in our own custom styles. And I just like nightmares from that. So kind of brings me back to that. What is this width and height? Width and height, 240 by 201. So I'm wondering if I think theirs was 240 by 190. Yes. Are they actually setting a? They are. They are setting a hard width and height. Okay. I guess we'll do the same because right now we're just letting the size of the image dictate our card width and height. 240. And that is a 190. Yes. Pip. Save route. Okay, another thing that's bothering me is this. Yeah. So, you ever get like stuck in your inspector? And when Tailwind bundles, remember the pain of removing all the unused CSS? Yeah. And you have classes that you actually use programmatically. Okay, let's. I have 7 more minutes. Man, time flies when you're CSSing, when you're sissing. So I think our card options. There they are. My font size is way too big, I think. Font size. Maybe way too small. And then, if you'll remember, Rare's got me the color. So I'm going to like legitimately scroll back up to the very beginning. I could just open the CSS. This feels like the very, very like most roundabout way of finding the color. All right. All righty. Thought it was like right in the top. Pip. Oh, is it? Oh, 247. You're right. That's not the beginning of our conversation. I guess it is. Okay. I wanted to do something and it had something to do with finding a color. A color. Oh, here, I know. We'll just grab it with our inspector and then we'll be like, ooh, did you see that? It was like right there. 1F, 8D, E4. Oh, nice. Thanks, Rares. Late again. Nah, just in time. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Am I not being specific enough? Is the browser being hateful again? Yes. The answer is always yes. Mm, 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 mm. Like, let's go ahead and grab this. Whoopsie. What am I doing with my mouse? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my mouse color. Yes, invalid property. Dang it! Oh my gosh. Freaking obvious. Here's this random 6 digits. Browser, do with it what I say. It's the second time today. Okay. Let's set its. I don't know if we need to select this. I don't think we do. We do. Look at that. Okay. So definitely for the underline as well. Is it the font decoration? That's not it. Text decoration. Decoration. Right? No. Stop the timer. I feel stressed. No, I would stay on as late as possible, but I have a little baby. He needs to be picked up from school. He's 1 year old and he just learned how to use a slide, which I think is pretty bomb. Okay, what was I doing? It was something useful, I'm quite sure. Oh, right. We can get rid of our underline. Thanks. Thanks, Rares. Text decoration none. Thank you, darling. That's close. That's close, but no cookie. And we really want to get the. I'm going to be happy if we have the card styled, and then I'll just off camera add the toggle between the two, because I'm submitting this puppy so that everyone can see my glorious work. Although it's not going to be as amazing as this person's, who has a purple background. Oh man. Okay. Anyways, card options needs to be. Well, wait, go back up. Yes. So theirs is centered in the very middle of half of it. So card options width needs to be, whoops, 100%. Did it work? This is whenever I would break out the backgrounds. Angular it so you make it over abstracted so you solve the problem wrong. This would be overkill for Angular and fun. Do you have a preferred framework, Rares? Is your favorite Angular, or are you on one of those? Are you a React person? Okay, you can admit it. This is a safe space. Also, my coworker who streams right before me is all into React. He's Angular, NX, Nest, and GraphQL. Dude, I bet you're so happy. Like, seriously, that sounds like so much fun. Except for the GraphQL part. I've never used it and it seems daunting. You refuse. Do you refuse to React or try it with Nest? Yeah. Well, I mean, I started learning React a little bit, and then I heard Dan Abramoff is leaving or some such nonsense, and that maybe React won't be around anymore, which is, in my opinion, a very sad day for the JavaScript community, because they kill you with Vue. Yes. But would you rather do Vue or would you rather do React? Okay, I was going to do something. Oh, right. Align items center, perhaps. Whoops. Actually, let's do. stretch? No, display content, display flex, display content. Hang on, I've got to pull this back up. There's space around. Oh, stretch doesn't belong to that one. So I think I want to send. Let's try space around. My little cartoon graph. Rather do Angular JS. Yeah, I feel you on that. I really do. I think it's just because I felt freaking hard for Angular JS. I flipping loved that framework, and then they broke my heart when they introduced 2 or jQuery. I get made fun of for doing jQuery. Like in something like this, I'm totally going to use jQuery to toggle the card view, because what else am I going to use? I'm not going to pull in a full framework for something like this. And then people will make fun. You watch. They do. I don't know why they do it. Space around. Let's try it. Oh, we got to get rid of our hot pink so that we can even see what we're doing. I walk alone. Okay. I think it's not positioned how they have it. I think what I would need to do is, I always lose my tab, is give each anchor its own. So like width of 50% and then center the text on that perhaps. Also, I feel like React isn't going anywhere, but it's really easy to get lost with adding libraries and Webpack and everything. I mean, yes, go do that, but be productive first. Yeah, I agree with that. I hope it doesn't go anywhere because, again, I love Angular, but I think it's going to be a really, really, really sad day for the JavaScript community if anything detrimental happened to React. I think it would just be like, it would just be really... it would look bad on all JavaScript frameworks if any one of us went under. It would make us all seem... basically, all of the .NET people would be like, see, we told ya. You can't go with those JavaScript people. So, and I have some .NET friends, and they would back me up on this. I mean, React Native and React to do web native. And they see Ionic and say, no, that's Angular. Yep. Okay, so I get that my save and route are not exactly spaced. Happens to NX as well. I want to go ahead and hide it real quick so that I can see. No, not card options. Alyssa, what are you doing? I don't know. Display none. Display hidden. I'm making crap up again. I keep doing that. Display none. That's totally a thing. Visible hidden. This is a thing, and I don't know why. Ugh, for the love of everything. Holy. Yep. Display hidden CSS. Why is it not working? I mean, in order to have React people on board, they should call it NX Angular and NX React so they don't hate it. Visibility hidden, display none. I said display none. I think you have to do both in order to fully remove it visibly from the DOM. Visibility hidden. Make it happen. And then display none to actually remove it from... Why are you still there? I have visibility hidden. I have display none. Right. It shouldn't be in... There is no display hidden. Right. Well, that's what you think, and then I'll invent it. Yeah. No. Okay. Seriously, why is it acting like it's in the DOM still? Center, marker, card. I'm confused. Question? Okay, here's what we're going to do. Use transform. You get me. You get me. Remove element completely from the DOM. Thank you. Remove element from the DOM. Blah 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 blah. Not with jQuery. What the fudge? Because cascading. Hang on, let me go back. Turtle Guy's giving me a clue. I always hate Turtle Guy's clues. They make me think. Okay. Display flex is overriding display none. Oh, you weren't giving me a clue. I just didn't read your first text. Oh gosh, it has been a day, people. It has been a day. Don't give her any. Okay, where's my flipping card? Goodness, I think it's at the very bottom. Sorry, everyone. I'm probably making you nauseous with all this scrolling. Display flex. Oh, right. So whenever I toggle the card to active, instead of saying display, what are the default things for display? Display CSS properties. Display property. I know, I'm clicking on W3 schools. None inline block, inline dash block. Where the fudge is flex? Is this just like hella out of date? Yeah, I know. I'm using display twice because essentially what I need to do is I was styling it how I want it to look whenever it is active. When active, set display to flex instead of block or other some nonsense flex. Yeah. And save. There it goes. Okay. She's so cute. Okay. So I promise you, darlings, that I will add some jQuery magic after I go get the little one, and you will be able to see it before the timer closes out, and it'll just be apparently me and Ali Sally who made this gorgeous purple rendition. Maybe I should get myself a purple background. But seriously, thank you, Rares, and everyone else who jumped on the stream today. Use card active. Yes. Whoa. 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 Okay. But I must go. Stay hydrated. I will be on next Wednesday and, of course, on Angular Air. But I hope you all have a marvelous evening or morning, whatever time it is for you. So thank you all again. Mwah!